Welcome to Digital Learning. Dear students, we are studying the subject organizational behavior. We are in Unit 2, Session 16. And the topic of this session is application of perception in organization. In the last session, we have studied the importance of perception. The objective of this session is to understand the application of perception in organization. After studying this session, students will be able to understand the application of perception in the organization. The topic we are covering, the content of this session will be application of perception. A manager is concerned with the achievement of organizational objectives. This is achieved through specified behavior of its members. People act on the basis of what they see. So, perception affects human behavior. Thus, understanding human perception is important in understanding and controlling the behavior. Application of perception in organization can be studied under different headings. The first topic here, or first application of perception in organization is in the field of selection of employees. Managers are subject to many of the perceptual problems in the selection of employees. Major areas in this case are: number one, the manager's emotional state may vary from day to day, causing unfair perception of the same applicant. The same applicant may be perceived differently. Secondly, there may be strong tendencies towards logical errors and stereotyping. There may be a problem of logical errors and stereotyping. And the second field of application of perception in organization is performance appraisal. Assessment of an employee's perception depends on the perception of the evaluator. It is highly affected by the accuracy of manager's perception. How accurate is the manager's perception? Accordingly, the performance appraiser will be perfect. Major areas of concern in this context are: managers' tendency to positively evaluate some employees because they are better liked or are on a favored task or are particularly noticeable. Means some managers' possibility is that managers may give good ranking, or they may evaluate positively those workers whom they like, those who are doing favored task. It's possible. Secondly, performance appraisal may be affected by halo effects. There is a possibility of halo effect also. And third area of application of perception in organization is employee expectation. New employees acquire a set of expectations about the organization and job. If there is a big difference between what is expected and what is actually acquired, it results in increased absenteeism and turnover. It's possible. And fourth area of application of perception in organization is employee efforts. Future of an employee in an organization depends on his or her effort made in achieving the organizational goals. Assessment of efforts is susceptible to perceptual distortion and bias. So employee effort is assessed, and when effort is assessed, it is susceptible to perceptual distortion and bias. Some of the perceptual distortion may happen. And fifth one is employee loyalty. Managers assess the employees as to whether they are loyal to the organization or not. Assessment of the loyalty is also susceptible to perceptual distortion and bias. When the employee's loyalty is assessed by the managers, it is possible that there may be some errors, there may be some perceptual distortions, and bias may also creep in. In this session, what we have studied is understanding perception is important in understanding and controlling the behavior. Selection of employees and performance appraisal is affected by the accuracy of the perception. Assessment of employee effort and loyalty is susceptible to perceptual distortion and bias. You can refer these books for further studies. We have some multiple choice questions here. Answer the questions. Understanding human perception is important in understanding and dash the behavior. Choose the correct answer: controlling, managing, directing, none of the above. Second question is, the manager's emotional state may vary from day to day, causing dash of the same applicants: fair perception, misperception, unfair perception, none of the above. And third question is, if there is a big difference between what is expected and what is actually acquired, it results in dash absenteeism and turnover. Choices are decreased, increased, neither decrease nor decrease, none of the above. Fourth question is, managers have tendencies to dash evaluate some employees because they are better liked or are on a favored task. Positively, negatively, neither positively nor negatively, none of the above. Last question is, assessment of loyalty of employees is also susceptible to and bias. Perceptual distortion, misperception, correct perception, none of the above. These are the questions. Hope you have understood the lesson. The answers are given here. For the first question A, second question C is the answer, third question B, fourth question A, and fifth question also A. Thank you for listening to the class.